Welcome to APC Solution. This video is about Nintendo's 3DS and 2DS. Nintendo's first DS or dual screen device was released in 2004 and replaced their previous handheld gaming system, the Gameboy Advance. If you fast forward to today in 2018, there are four basic types of Nintendo DSs available. The new Nintendo 3DS, the new Nintendo 3DS XL, the Nintendo 2DS, and the new Nintendo 3DS XL. The first 3DS was released in 2011, and Nintendo upgraded the hardware slightly in 2014, re-releasing the brand as the new Nintendo 3DSs. So if you're searching on eBay for any of these devices and you don't see the new on the package, that should be a sign that it is the original device, or one of the original devices previously released with the older hardware. With the holiday season underway today, we're going to review the basic functions that are available on all of these current systems and some of the main differences between them. So first and foremost, they have a 4GB micro SD HD card that comes with them. This is expandable up to 32GB for your downloaded games and additional content. They all play Nintendo DS and 3DS games. They can double up as a music player, camera, video recorder, web browser, video streamer, and step tracker. First, we're going to look at the 3DS version, the smaller of the two. The original actually has a 3.53-inch upper diagonal measurement and a 3.02-inch lower screen diagonal measurement. Now, this device, it is important to note, does not typically come with an AC adapter, so if you didn't own any of the previous DSs and you opt to get one of these, you will need to invest a little bit of extra money in a charger for it. On the other end, if you have previously owned a DS device, you can use the same charger. Next up is the Nintendo 3DS XL, and as you may have guessed, the XL indicates it has a larger screen. Both screens have actually been increased. The upper screen is now a 4.88-inch diagonal measurement, while the lower screen has moved up to a 4.18-inch diagonal measurement. This device, similar to the previous one, does not come with an AC adapter, so you will have to either acquire your own or repurpose one from a previous generation DS. Here we are specifically looking at a limited edition Super Nintendo Entertainment System one, where they've mimicked the exterior shell to resemble the old SNES gaming system. And Nintendo does this a lot with their DS systems, limited editions for various reasons, as you may have noticed in a lot of these. Now we have the 2DS version. This was released by Nintendo, geared towards the younger demographic because it lacks a clamshell design to make it easier to fit into the hands. It does go back to the smaller screens, which are a 3.53-inch upper and a 3.02-inch lower screen. However, these typically do come with an AC adapter because, again, they are geared towards the younger demographic, those that this may be their first Nintendo device. Now, lastly, we have the 2DS XL. Similarly, larger screens, 4.88-inch upper, 4.18-inch lower, AC adapter included, just like the previous 2DS we were looking at. Important to note that the camera now has been relocated to the center hinge for the front facing. And you may have noticed in the previous screenshots, the rear facing cameras on the back side of that upper portion of the clamshells, you will not see on this device because they actually relocated those cameras to the back side of the lower portion of the clamshell design, making it a little easier to point and direct on a more fixed surface. Again, internal hardware, processing capabilities, storage capabilities, all relatively the same. Here we're looking at a limited edition Pokemon Pokeball version. So in closing, these are all very capable devices. Personally, I would have to suggest one of the 2DSs, for the first reason being that they include the AC adapter, and the second reason being the 3DS ones aren't recommended for anybody under the age of 7. And personally, having played with it a little bit, I find the 2D experience to be much more enjoyable, because with the 3DSs, you have to have the screen adjusted just right and at the right angle, and this just distracting in general from the overall gameplay experience. Not to mention, there is no value in a 3D version if you're just trying to use the browser or the camera or the music player or any of those other features that are baked into these devices. So, recommendation from us would be a 2DS variant. Now it's entirely up to you. Do you go with the Slate or the original 2DS flat version, or do you get the new 2DS XL that has the clamshell design baked into it? Leave that up to you. Hopefully you found this somewhat helpful with your holiday decisions for yourself or one of your younger members of your family. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to get more tips and tricks about technology, hit the subscribe. There'll be more on the way.